The Lonely House. The old Victorian house stood at the end of a long, winding road. It was a place of shadows and secrets, a place where time seemed to stand still. For years it had been vacant, its windows dark and empty, its paint peeling and faded. Locals whispered of strange happenings within its walls, of unexplained noises and eerie lights. When a young couple, eager to escape the city, decided to renovate the house and make it their home, they were warned of the dangers that lurked within. But they were young and foolish, and they dismissed the warnings as old wives' tales. As they began to work on the house, they started to notice strange things. Doors would creak open on their own, even though they were certain they had locked them. Shadows would dance across the walls, taking on the shapes of people and animals. And at night, they would hear whispers and footsteps coming from the attic. One night, the husband was working late in the study when he heard a noise coming from the basement. He grabbed a flashlight and descended the creaking stairs. The air was cold and damp, and the only sound was the dripping of water. As he reached the bottom of the stairs, he saw a figure standing in the corner. It was a woman, dressed in a long white gown, her face pale and her eyes filled with sorrow. The husband screamed and ran back up the stairs. He told his wife what he had seen, but she just laughed it off. "It was probably just your imagination," she said. But the husband was not so sure. Over the next few weeks, the strange occurrences became more frequent. The couple started to feel as though they were being watched. They would often wake up in the middle of the night, feeling a cold draft on their faces, and they could swear they heard someone breathing down their necks. Finally, they could take it no longer. They packed their bags and left the house, never to return. As they drove away, they looked back at the old Victorian house. It stood there, dark and silent, just as it had always been. And they knew that they were not the only ones who had been haunted by its secrets.